Good evening. This is Left, Right and Centre. I'm Nidhi Razdan. On the show tonight, in a controversial move, the Chhattisgarh government amends the service rules and says bureaucrats can join the RSS and take part in its activities. Does this amount to a politicization of the bureaucracy? That's going to be our big political debate tonight. We'll also be focusing on the railway budget in about 30 minutes from now. But first, the Chhattisgarh government's move to amend the service rules to allow government officers to join and take part in activities of the RSS has come in for strong criticism by the opposition, which says that this will influence the functioning of the bureaucracy. The BJP insists the RSS is a social organization since the service rules actually prohibit bureaucrats from joining any political group. But that's an argument that many aren't buying.
The RSS effect in Chhattisgarh. Now even government officials in the state can attend such gatherings, as well as the RSS shakhas. Local Congress leaders who are planning a protest soon claim that this is a violation of civil service conduct rules that prohibit a government official from participating or joining any political party or activity. They also say it will influence the functioning of the bureaucracy.
अगर आरएसएस की शाखाओं में सरकारी अधिकारी कर्मचारी भाग लेंगे तो इसका सीधा सीधा अर्थ ये होगा कि सरकार और राजनीतिक दल की जो सीमा रेखा है वो आरएसएस में समाप्त हो जाएगी.
But the BJP says that the service rules don't apply here, since the RSS is a social organization and it would only mean a more disciplined way of life for the bureaucracy.
संघ के स्वयंसेवक के रूप में यदि वो शासकीय कर्मचारी है तो वो पूरी निष्ठा से, पूरी ईमानदारी से अपनी उस जिम्मेदारी का निर्वहन करेगा.
आरएसएस की सदस्यता कहाँ होती है, तो इसलिए सदस्य ये तो आदमी अपनी स्वेच्छा से जा सकता है.
Among the people of Chhattisgarh, opinion is divided.
बहुत सराहनीय कदम है और आरएसएस बहुत राष्ट्रभक्त संस्था है.
सरकारी अधिकारियों को जोड़ करके सरकारी तंत्र का दुरुपयोग करने के अलावा और कुछ नहीं होगा.
Since the RSS does not fight elections, it may well say it is not a political organization. But the move coming as it does along the other alleged attempts at saffronization is worrying many, especially the opposition, about politicization of administration in Chhattisgarh. Bureau Report, NDTV.
Well, is this a move that will lead to the politicization of the bureaucracy? Joining us tonight, China NC spokesperson of the BJP, Mr. Rakesh Sinha, Professor Rakesh Sinha, who is an RSS ideologue and professor at Delhi University, Brajesh Kalappa, spokesperson of the Congress Party, and Mr. Bharat Bhushan is our commentator and editor who joins us tonight. Shaina, I'll just direct the first question to you then. Is the RSS really a social organization anymore? It's long ceased to be just a social organization. It's very much a political body.
Obviously, Nidhi, the people who make this kind of commentary don't know about the RSS. The RSS is nothing but a cultural organization that has only one priority, which is nation building and good values in public life, in society, and the building of character. I think that people who have not attended a shakha will not understand what the RSS is all about. What do they do in a shakha? They teach you about loving your country like your mother. What do they teach you about physical fitness? There is no talk of politics at all. And if people want to misconstrue for the heck of it, it's absolutely their prerogative.
How do we misconstrue it? Did the RSS not campaign in the Delhi elections?
If you want to join,
did RSS cadre not campaign in the Delhi elections, for instance? Then why were they campaigning for the BJP?
What
They're
are you
not a
talking?
political organization.
If they give you, aren't members of civil society a part of the electorate? Aren't they voters to decide on who they would want to support and who they wouldn't? Is that being political? Then by that definition, every single person, whether it's you or somebody else on this panel or me or anyone else, are all part of political parties.
But then why do senior ministers of the government regularly go and meet RSS leaders and consult them? I mean, there are members of the Union Cabinet, of the Union Council of Ministers who've been consulting with the RSS. Why do they do that? If the RSS is just a cultural organization, is it because they're also seeking guidance on good values?
Why wouldn't they? If there is an ideology that guides you for good administration and to take decisions which are in national interest, isn't that the job or the criteria of a social or cultural organization as well? Or is it that, moment you have any kind of dialogue, for that matter, with any NGO or any organization, does that mean that you are politically connected to them? I think that this argument is unnecessary. The BJP is a political party, yes. We have nothing to take away from answering to public when we go to elections on political issues. If we choose to take guidance from the RSS for a particular thought which is in national interest, I think you should welcome it.
Okay,
and the RSS.
Okay, you've made your point.
And the RSS is not against the Constitution of India.
Okay, why don't we just actually end this debate? I think Professor Sinha was here in one of our shows where he actually, if I'm not mistaken, admitted some months ago that of course RSS is very, very political. If you want to deny that, you can tell me later. But, why do we still continue with this tag of it being a social organization? I mean, everything ultimately is decided in consultation with the RSS. Who are we kidding?
Well, not only is everything decided or not decided in consultation, the fact is RSS dabbles in politics. Otherwise, why would every organizing secretary of the BJP, whether it is in Delhi or in the states, be a pracharak who's sent by the RSS? So RSS sends people out on deputation. When Mr. Vajpayee became the Prime Minister of India, they said first Swayamsevak to become the Prime Minister of India. He had links with the RSS. When Mr. Modi's become, he was a pracharak. So why do they pretend? They pretend because otherwise government conduct rules come in. Conduct rules say that you cannot lure government servants into politics. So I think the best way to do settle this debate is for somebody to take RSS to court and let the judiciary decide, is it a political organization or not. If it is a political organization, which I believe it is, then it is luring government servants into politics and thereby politicizing the bureaucracy. I think this needs to be tested instead of not in TV studios, but in a court of law.
Well, many things are always tested in TV studios because we like to do that. But Professor Sinha, why don't we first end this debate about whether it's a political organization or not?
First, I would like to remark on Bharat Bhushan's appeal that one should go to the court. It was in tribunal in 1993 and tribunal said that it is a cultural organization. There is nothing which is unlawful in the RSS. Secondly, so many times people have approached to the court and every time court has said that RSS is a socio-cultural organization, number one. Secondly, I want to say that this is a colonial hangover. During the colonial period, the RSS, the government employees were banned to participate in the RSS because RSS was anti-British. And Mr. Lakshmi Narayan Murthy, a clerk in the Madras Railway Department, he was dismissed. And a professor in TNG College in Bhagalpur was warned that if he don't cease activities with the RSS, he would be dismissed. So this is a colonial hangover. After the independence, what I feel that abusing RSS is a creative nationalism. So I appeal to the political parties and intellectuals to develop. Niti, I'm just
if it's a political organization, why doesn't it just say that it is? That's not a bad thing. It's just the way it is.
No, develop understanding of RSS ideology.
One second.
Develop an understanding of RSS ideology and develop understanding with the RSS, which Jayaprakash Narayan did. RSS is a cultural organization, but that doesn't mean it is jhal manjira bajane wala sangathan hai. Cultural organization has all the right to participate in politics, just as an individual.
So then you're saying it's very political also.
Not as an individual basis. No RSS office bearer participates in political activities. No RSS office bearer participates as an individual.
Right now, so many of them. They are in the BJP actively.
RSS constitution debars any office bearers of political parties to hold any position in the RSS.
You think if I ask Ram Madhav tomorrow if he's not if he's a member of the RSS, he's going to say no, I'm not.
No, RSS. You have affiliation with the RSS ideology and RSS
so it's
affiliation.
Then very much a political group.
What RSS does, RSS gives lesson of patriotism and the nationalism. What is wrong in this? Second thing, I want to point out that Congress of Working Committee, I will remind the Congress people who are opposing that, Congress Working Committee passed a resolution in 1949 that RSS can join Congress because RSS is a cultural organization. And I am quoting Congress General Secretary Kela R. Venkat Rao. That was published in Hindustan Times 10th October 1949. He said that after 2 hours deliberation in the Congress Working Committee, we found that RSS is a cultural organization. If people can join RSS, join the Congress, so, and the government servant can join the
I can't compete with you on history, but I can say one thing. We know for a fact that today, as the RSS stands today, it is very much a political organization. Your cadre campaign in elections, whether it was Delhi, whether it's assembly polls, Lok Sabha polls, Brajesh Kalapov, the Congress wants to come in. Just a second, Shaila. just get the Congress into this. Therefore, then, does it become problematic when we look at this order that the Chhattisgarh government has passed, Mr. Kalapa? Why doesn't the Congress then go to court? I mean, as Bharat Bhushan says, then settle this matter for once and for all. Approach the courts.
No, approaching the court is one of the options, Nidhi, and which we will consider. But importantly, what is to be considered presently is that if the RSS is a cultural organization as it claims to be, then where are the articles of association? Where is it registered? Is it a registered body? If it's a registered body, one can go to the registrar, collect the articles of association and say, okay, from the articles of association, that these points clearly are, make it a cultural organization. It's never a registered body. It has no list of members. Then, in this very shady turn of events, one, and two, the very fact that the RSS has been banned more than once, it's been banned 3 times in this country by various governments, and all this points to the fact that the RSS has a very kind of very shady, very deeply political kind of history, and this shouldn't permit government officers to go in, because once government officers get involved in the politics, then really the citizenry of the country, they also have to then follow suit, because you see, insofar as the bureaucracy is concerned, bureaucracy is meant to be neutral. Bureaucracy cannot claim to be closer to one political party over another.